Welcome to Health and Hormones. I am Rita Johnson, your host, and here we talk about all things health, hormones, natural living, and how to take care of that amazing body God has given you. Hello and welcome back. I'm so excited to be back with you all. I'm recording this on January 8th, 2025, and really just coming back into the swing of things after maternity leave, which has been such a beautiful, blessed time. So I just wanted to jump back on and start off with a little life update on my end and what I'm hoping will be the goal and the focus of this podcast in the coming year. So welcome. All right. Thank you for joining me. So to start off with, our big news of 2024 was, as a family, we welcomed our sixth baby, little Ignatius Charles. He's named after St. Ignatius of Antioch and Blessed Karl of Austria, the last Habsburg ruler. He has just been an absolute delight. Everyone is so in love with him. He has 4 big sisters, which means he has 5 mothers. And my oldest turned 16 10 days before he was born, and he is very happy to finally have a little brother to join the clan, as we've been very girl heavy for a long time. So our little guy was born at home. He was our first home birth, and it just was a really beautiful experience. And I continually reflect back on all that the Lord did through the labor and delivery, and honestly, even through his whole pregnancy. And I just am in awe at how great our God is and how much he showers his blessings on us who are so undeserving, and yet he just gives anyway. You know, a year ago at this time, I was just coming back from Seek, and that was incredible. I definitely felt like Seek hungover at this time, just from the busyness and the chaos, but the joy and everything that comes along with worshiping our Lord with 20,000 other people, but also very much still mourning our loss. We had lost a baby in October of 2023, and still very much feeling in the midst of that. And here we are a whole year later. You know, we conceived and ended up being in this postpartum season and really didn't even know if the Lord would give us any more babies a year ago at this time. So anyway, that's, a little bit of what we've been processing as a family, adjusting back to homeschooling, and my older kiddos are working, and it's a very beautiful, blessed, crazy season. And so a lot to think on in all of that. And also to, really kind of bring it full circle back into getting back from having meals brought to us through Meal Train from a wonderful, wonderful community we're a part of here, and all of that, but trying to get our bearings again with eating the way that we eat, and getting back into exercise routines and moving, and on top of that all, I just had started working out. My husband and I had started getting back to walking. We are big fans of walking together. We, in fact, try to walk a couple miles every day, and we found that it's a wonderful thing for our marriage, also for our health. And we just had started getting back into walking again, and then our city got shut down by about a foot of snow, which set some records in our area for the amount of snow that we got. So needless to say, sidewalks are covered in snow and ice, and we've not been able to continue our walking as we would like, which is fine, but it's hard when you're just starting to reestablish a habit and then you have to stop again. So in fact, today my son works at the mall, and I was dropping him off at work, and I brought the stroller, I brought the ergo, and I was going to walk the mall with the baby, and we pulled in, and they hadn't even snowplowed the parking lot. My husband and I are from Michigan originally, and in Michigan, they know what to do with snow and how to take care of it and clear the roads in a very timely fashion. And here we are nearly 3 days after the snowstorm ended, and they have not even touched the vast majority of the parking lot in the mall. I couldn't get my stroller out and drive it through the snow. It was so deep. And so I was like, all right, well, I guess I'll go home instead. And so I did. And here I am. Perhaps I wouldn't have gotten a chance to get some work done if I had been able to walk. So anyway, I just want to share as we get back in the swing of things, how things are going in the postpartum journey. I think it's good to be realistic and honest, particularly with my sixth. It's not been as easy to quote unquote bounce back as it was with some of my other kiddos. And there were several reasons for that. Some complications I experienced in labor and now in the postpartum season. But mostly I think that when you have a lot more going on, when you're a little bit older and there's more demands, and then on top of it, I had a bigger baby this time, that just takes its toll. And I think we also need to really work on surrendering and spending time in the moment the Lord has given us, and give up what we need to give up, give that back to Him, and sit with Him in the ways that we need to grow and be stretched in these seasons that He has so abundantly given us. It's obviously so full of blessings and graces, but there's also hardships. So we'll definitely be peppering that into the podcast episodes as we kick this off and really get started again. So anyway, I just wanted to give you that little personal update, and now on to my hopes for the podcast for 2025. We will get back to a regular, scheduled, consistent release. I'm really excited about prioritizing the podcast this year in a new way, and I hope to get on some really wonderful guests. I've already started lining some of those up, and I'm super excited to share some of these ladies with you all. So just some things to expect and look forward to. In the meantime, I'm going to be working on some freebies, and we'll let you know when I release those. If you haven't already checked out my cycle syncing workshop, that is a freebie that you can get over at my website, healthandhormones.org. There's actually a banner on the top part of the website, and you can sign up for the cycle syncing workshop, and it will walk you through the week by week of what it looks like in your chart, and then how you can really kind of translate, if you are charting your cycles, what to do to optimize your health and your hormones. If you're not charting, I kind of talk through some initial what you could be seeing at that time, so you still have a good rhythm of how to expect to see and feel some of these transitional changes. So go over there, grab that if you haven't already, and I hope that adds some value to you. I personally have found some great benefit to cycle syncing. For more on that, listen to my podcast episode all about my personal experience with cycle syncing. So that's all for now. I'm going to sign off while the baby's still asleep in hopes that we don't get interrupted here. And I will be back soon. And in the meantime, let me know, what would you like to have answered? Questions about your health, your nutrition, balancing hormones, and how any of this can be related back to your gut health, what you're eating, all of that. I love to talk about these things, and that's what we'll be talking about in the next upcoming year. So thank you for joining me, and I hope to talk to you again soon. Are you interested in optimizing your workouts, your nutrition, and your hormone balance through how you are doing life throughout the course of your menstrual cycle? Well, if so, go check out my brand new cycle syncing workshop. I'd love to get it in your hands so you can learn not only why it's important to be cycle charting, but also what you can do with that information that's so much more than just seeing your fertile and infertile windows each month. Go over to my website, healthandhormones.org, and click the banner, Cycle Syncing Workshop.